This is the September Patreon bonus episode. Pew, 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 pew. We got a whole hoopla of questions. So let's go ahead and let's dive right into it. Let's start off with Alba's question. What is your favorite song from a Disney movie? Hard mode, no hellfire, nightmare mode, no I'll make a man out of you.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I know, right?
Okay. Well, I can go off this one. I think my favorite song from a Disney movie has to either be Eye to Eye from a Goofy movie or Out There from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Because he said no hellfire, but he didn't say other songs from the movie.
That's true. Mine would have to be You've Got a Friend in Me. Like, come the fuck on. Like, step to me, motherfucker. There's no other Disney song that I can appreciate more than You've Got a Friend in Me.
Was that actually made up for Toy Story, or was that just a song that existed that they used?
It was made up for Toy Story.
Alright.
So, next one here. I've got it from Hayden, a.k.a. Bindaman. What is your favorite genre of game? Can be tabletop. And what is your favorite game in that genre? And also listen to Revival because it's really good. I didn't add that on at the end, I swear.
Okay.
So my favorite genre, definitely the Nintendo RPG, for lack of a better term as to what to describe an active RPG. And my favorite one of that is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
Mine would have to be the platformer, and my favorite platformer would probably be Kirby Superstar Saga for the Super Nintendo. I played that game a shitload.
Was that the first game that we co-opted? I don't remember.
I don't know, but I think I mentioned it before, but when I was way younger, my friendship test, my trial, is I would pretty much force whoever my new current best friend would be, or my new best friend would be whenever in that whatever new house I would be in, because I moved a lot as a kid. I would fucking force them to play Kirby Superstar with me. A good friend would let me be the second player so I could play as the enemies. A bad friend, you know who you are, wouldn't.
And I was fine being Bird Kirby, so... Alright, so next question here. We've got it from Brad. So, and I'm going to preemptively answer this before Alex has a chance to. Yes, I would. Satan comes up to both of you and offers you a deal. For Alex, he will have Nintendo make the Star Fox game of your dreams and will make Japanese pop star sensation Hatsune Miku real and give you free tickets and backstage passes to all of her concerts. The catch is Tad will turn into a toad. For me, Satan offers me a complete retroactive rewrite to the second half of Homestuck to bring it in line with the first half. And Nintendo will make a proper Paper Mario game that's even better than the Thousand Year Door. The catch is Alex will turn into the frog. The first one to accept the deal will have all their dreams come true, and the other one will forever be an amphibian. So my question is, would either of you accept this deal, knowing it would screw over the other? And like I said, I already answered yes, so Alex, you're pretty much already fucked.
Well, joke's on you. I love frogs, so I'd love to be a frog. All I do is I go to the Sticky Frogs Tumblr, find a random picture of one of the frogs she puts up, just spam it to my friends and say, see this? That's literally me. And I'll just be the frog, sitting on another frog. So I'm already there. Wait, I have one more question before we move on to his question. Why am I a frog but he's a toad?
That's just our natural, I would be a toad, honestly. You know why? Because it's just adding an O to my fucking name. I bet Brad thought he was so fucking smart. I bet he thought he was so goddamn cool for thinking that. Fuck you, Brad.
I just figured it was like the children's book Frog and Toad, where they go on little adventures and shit.
Potentially. If that's the case, unfuck you.
Alright, next question.
So this is from Jonah, and he just wants us to say, happy birthday, turtles. I don't know if that's like a Splinter thing or... but the next question, from Big Platypus. What's your worst or funniest retail experience? Now, I don't think any of us have worked direct retail before. I don't think any of us have been, at the cash register.
I stock shelves at Walmart, but that's about it.
Tim from Revival, a Dungeons and Dragons real play podcast, me and him worked at the same place for a while, and he would work the night shift. And because it was really close to a strip club, we would get real weirdos coming in. And one day he had an old guy come in covered in blood, accusing Tim of murder. And so he called the police sheriff. So that was pretty crazy. I went to work the next day and like cleaned a toilet. So, that was, within the first week of me working, the third day of working at the gas station, I went into the bathroom. It was like right near the start of my shift, and the toilet and the stall was just covered in shit. It was coated. Like someone took a paintbrush in there and just threw the paintbrush away, just sprayed the can all over the walls. And the only reason I didn't quit was because I thought it was really funny that it happened on the third fucking day.
See, I had a kind of similar story back at Goodwill. Before I worked at Walmart, I did volunteer work at Goodwill. And right at the end of my like volunteer hour shift, because I was volunteer, like the last 10 minutes, they's like, hey, can you just take this mop and clean up over this spill over there real quick? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I guess, whatever. So I go over there, and I guess someone just straight up puked in Goodwill for some reason.
Probably because of the stonk.
Yeah, whatever. So there's just this big old puke pile, and I'm like, oh, gross. So I clean this up, but then I see like droplets in like a line, like a trail that this pukester left behind. So I imagine he was just like puking, like he puked and then just kept puking up little bits, like he was spitting it as he walked. Because how the fuck did this shit fall down here?
Like one of the spitting lizards.
So I'm like cleaning it up and following this trail. So he fucking like goes from like he puked near the shirts, walks all the way from the shirts to the jewelry case, walked and kept puking around in a circle around the jewelry case, and then walked out the store. I think he did it on fucking purpose. This fucking asshole. But it was like a Scooby-Doo clue. Like, it was this fucking trail. I was so mad. And also kind of confused. Because I wanted to go home. And this asshole comes in here and is like, oh, fucking will. And then fucking I have to clean this shit up. But yeah, that's not the only funny thing that ever happened to me with that shit. Okay, wait, I have one more, actually. So at Walmart, I was a stalker. I was pushing out freight from the back. We were out of carts to put all the fucking freight on, so we put a shitload of like potato chips on one cart, and it was like wobbling like crazy. You know, things that we were told not to do in the safety videos. And he's like, "Yeah, all right." And I think his name was Jeremy. He's like, "Yeah, all right." Push it out there. I'm like, You serious? You sure about this? He's like, yeah, I'll be fine. Just be careful with him. I'm like, okay. So I'm pushing it forward, barely being able to see in front of me because there's just so much shit on here. And this lady crosses in front of me. I'm like, ah, shit. So I break it. And when I do that, the entire top half of all the potato chips just falls on and piles on this old lady. And I'm like, oh, shit, are you okay? She's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, oh, thank God those are potato chips, or otherwise I would have been fired. Like, if that was a glass, that person was gonna be hurt, and I was so gonna be in trouble. But luckily, nothing bad happened. And the best part is, because they were chips, they didn't break or nothing. They just put them back in the cart, and we just kept going. But, yeah. That's probably the only two funny things that happened to me at working at those shitty jobs that I miss.
So the next question here is from Jaden K. And this one might take a little bit of thinking. What is the cringiest thing you've ever seen?
Oh.
And so it's kind of hard to sort through them all. So we might circle back onto this one. We might circle back.
Oh, I can go find one really fast by typing in, like, Vocaloid song fan dub really quickly if you want.
I'd rather not. We'll circle back to this one. So we'll skip it for now. This next question is from April. So, Tad, what's your opinion? Where do eggs go when bagging groceries? Do they get their own bag? Paper or plastic? Do you stand them upright or lay them down? And I just want to say, I'm going to get up right now and put this here. Tim is a liar and a fiend. Okay? Well, I went grocery shopping, and I was a little confused as to where to put the eggs in the bag. And so I put them on their side in the same bag as a bunch of hamburger helper, pushing them up against the wall. Okay? And I knew it was a bad idea, but I did it anyway because I was lazy. And Tim, he's telling lies and he's telling slanders in that Discord. Do not trust him. Do not trust him. I always live by that. Never trust him. Next question from Jose C. If you were a AAA game studio with millions of fans, what would be the most asshole-ish thing you would do to screw your fan base over? And what damage control would you do to sweep the controversy under the rug, if at all?
Okay, I got one. Okay. So picture this, Tattles. Imagine that, like, we have Bindaman, the animated series, parentheses, the video game series, right? So, like, we got 3 big hit games that came out one after another. The fans fucking love it. It's like Undertale 2, 3, and 4. Like, people are just never shutting the fuck up about it. They all love it. And then I'm just like, hey fans, you guys really want to see the new Bindaman game? You'd be like, yeah, well fuck you, we're done. We're not making any more Bindaman. It's over. Fuck Bindaman. He's not our mascot anymore. Now it's John, whoever the fuck that revival character's name is. It's John Brick Smasher now. Go kill yourself. You know, kind of like what Capcom did with Mega Man.
Ooh, frittata. Now what I would do is I would create a kind of webcomic, right? And so I would have a Kickstarter for it, and then I would make a game come out for it, and then... Now, here's the funny part. So the game would come out, but it would have basically no attachment to the comic, you know? And just because I didn't feel like putting in a Silodex or anything like that, you know, humor is not really close to Homestuck at all, and you know what, I'm just fucking angry about Hiveswap. Hiveswap does have effort put into it, but like if I just kind of shat out a low effort game, like then I would put out like a low quality game like Gaijin Sisters Twisted Dream. That game fucking sucked. But that's what I would do. I would just pull Hiveswap. So this next question here, by the Frantic Defect. If given the opportunity and your favorite superpower, would you rather be a hero on the level of Spider-Man, protecting a small neighborhood without thankfulness, or a villain on the level of Doctor Doom, owning a small country, but also being the arch nemesis of a major superhero or group of superheroes? And myself, I would go with the Spider-Man, the much smaller, hey, I'm here doing my thing. I'm not, like, fighting giant living planet eaters and all these huge, crazy bullshit. I'm just here to stop people from getting robbed and, like, do some sick flips.
So... I kind of already, during the superhero thing with Alba, I brought up with the worst power, said what I would do if I was a superhero. I would just keep going to work. I don't really care. Like, just because I have superpowers doesn't mean I have to help you. Doesn't mean it's my responsibility to take care of you. I'm not your fucking dad, kid. I gotta go to work.
You didn't have an Uncle Ben trying to teach you the proper ways to be a good person. You didn't have a Pa Kent.
I fucking just... Like, I would have a teleportation power, clap my hands, and teleport to work. That way I don't have to get up and ride my bike or drive my car over there. I can just, boop, there I am. And then would just keep working. Like, this fucking orphanage is on fire. I'm like, wow, that sucks. But the fire department can take care of that. And then just, boop, go back to work. Or just, boop, go back home. It's not my responsibility. I'm sorry.
So, speaking of responsibility, the next question here is from Fuckhands McMike. And he's wondering, Alex, how has your experience with gacha games been so far? Now, what the fuck is a gacha game?
Okay, so yeah. I've gotten into Fate Grand Order recently, and just kind of the Fate series in general. Like, what am I on now? My 43rd login day? I've been playing this for a little while now. I'm having pretty okay experience with it. what I really liked about Fate, okay, I originally even got into this game because someone posted to me what Paul Bunyan looked like in Fate. Paul Bunyan being, the 60-foot guy with the hatchet, or the axe and his blue ox. And I'm like, yeah, I know Paul Bunyan. I saw that old, fucking, late 50s Disney cartoon on Boomerang once or something, or wherever the fuck I saw it. And it's like, yeah, well, Paul Bunyan's a little fucking girl. I'm like, what? The fuck is this bullshit? So I look up Fate and see all this bullshit, and I wanted to get into it just so I could bitch about it for, a podcast episode. But I ended up kind of liking the game because I didn't expect it to be an actual video game. I'm used to mobile games kind of not being that. You roll for your fucking servants, who are your little guys you use, your craft essences, which are just little items you equip to them, and then you do, fucking turn-based JRPG combat with, cards and shit, and it's actually kind of fun. It has, a story mode that's, actually really long and shit. I didn't expect it to be an actual video game. Now, there's the gotcha thing is, say, spend $10. You know what a loot box is, Tad? In fucking Overwatch? Yeah, that's what gotcha is. You spend that's $20 in this fucking game. $20 to get 10 random items. You get here. You're always guaranteed a certain quality of something. You can get high level craft essences and heroes, which you then use to fight and stuff. That's what it is. Fire Emblem Heroes is a gacha game too, but I don't play that one. I just play Fate. But I really really like it. Attila and Teach are my favorite servants. Attila is the best Fate girl, and Edward Teach did literally nothing wrong. And I don't care if he's a 2-star servant; he's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna use him forever.
I don't know who Edward Teach.
Next question.
I don't know if I should know who Edward Teach is. He's probably some kind of famous historical figure.
That's Blackbeard, the pirate.
Oh,
the most famous pirate in history. What I like about his design too is that
how come I didn't recognize him?
Because they used his actual real name and not his fucking nickname that he's known by. But
this question is from Spad. How about streaming a little game called Yo Noid 2? We did a little bit of streaming this month. We did a live stream of Hive Swap, and then the next day we actually did Hive Swap. We played through King's Quest, the first episode of that, and then we played through the actual first act of Hive Swap the next day. We did a live stream on YouTube and Twitch. That was a lot of fun. I don't want to become let me tell you about gaming channel. Yeah. I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want to be like those guys, like everyone else.
And it's not so much just everyone else is doing it. It's just it's just streaming. That's not sometimes I do it on I don't the only times I do it on YouTube is when it's a big important one that we're doing as a podcast thing. I stream on Twitch sometimes. I'll play the Paper Mario hard mode mod. But I don't want to make a big deal out of it because it's fucking It's
just a little fun thing on the side.
Yeah, streaming is a whole different beast than a normal podcast.
And one of the things I don't want to ever happen to us, because this happened to people I don't know off the top of my head, Spoonie, where streaming is a way easier way to produce content because you're literally just playing the game with a camera on you with the crowd, as opposed to have to actually write something, film something, edit something. Granted, we don't have to do those first two things, but it's a different type of work that is just incredibly lazy that I don't want either of us to really do. If we do it, it'll be doing it on our own time for fun and never to be we're not going to make it a channel thing unless it's specifically for Hive Swap or something really big. But we will try to never ever actually be a full on streaming related channel.
So this next question's from Jsnick, and it is, what is the most pain you've ever been in? Now, for me, emotionally, not even as a funny meme, probably Act 7 of Homestuck, but physical, probably when I ran over my foot with 500 pounds of salt.
Oh.
What about you, Alex? What's the most physical pain you've ever been in? What was your being... So you inflicted a lot of physical pain on that fish before. What if you were that fish?
I like how you cut out the emotional pain part, because I'll give you a real bad answer knowing my life. But physical pain's an easy one. When I was a wee little kid, moving into my new house, I was real little. I think I was in 3rd grade. I was super young. I was helping my stepdad move in his like workout equipment. So as a little kid, I was carrying all these fucking like weights. Now, it was probably only like 50 fucking pounds, but I was really, really little, so it was really heavy for me. So I'm holding this up, and it slips out of my hand, and all of it falls down on my right big toe. I'm pretty sure it broke my toe. Like, there's no other way that I could have not have been just crushed the poor thing. But it hurt like a motherfucker. I got like a cast and everything. It was fucking terrible. That's about all I can think of, because outside of that, I really didn't get in a lot of too much trouble when it comes to physical activities, because I'm just some loser who plays video games. But, yeah, it sucked.
This next question here is from Nicole Clovis. Whatever happened to the Spoonie one?
Oh, wow, we just mentioned it.
Yeah, we both really, really liked Spoonie. When I would go over to your house, we would eat pizza with Parmesan cheese and noodles while watching the newest Spoonie video, or rewatching his Phantasmagoria one, because it was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Spoonie, there's a whole guy, is it Mr. Mikator? Is that his name?
Mr. Medicare.
Yeah, he did a whole in-depth series about what the fuck happened with all the people from That Guy with the Glasses. So for a more in-depth look, go check his videos out. But Spoonie, basically, he had a bunch of mental issues. He did not handle them the way he probably should have. And as a result, he responds very negatively to criticism, and then just kind of like stopped making content. He stopped doing videos, and then
like I just mentioned earlier,
Counter Monkey. Yeah, Counter Monkey.
Well, he started doing that,
cool.
but he also started streaming and shit, which again, like I just mentioned earlier, is an incredibly lazy way to do content. He just once he made that Patreon, he just became a lazy motherfucker.
Yeah, like I watched one of Spoonie's streams recently. He was playing a Sherlock Holmes game, and he was like stuck in a puzzle, and he got really mad, and people were trying to give him hints, and so I think he eventually just skipped the puzzle or something, and then just continued on his way. And I'm like, oh, and then he was completely dead silent the majority of the time. I'm like, this is a crappy stream. I'm getting out of here. But hopefully Spoonie, I don't see him flipping back to how he used to be. I'd like to see him do some more videos, because I really, really liked his Ultima series. That was a lot of fun.
What's a paladin?
What's a paladin? A paladin would be someone with a name like Lors the Ninth, who asks, this question is for Alex, but Tad might be able to give his objectively correct insight.
Oh boy.
We know who the worst Persona girl is, but who exactly is the best girl? And this is across all the Persona games.
Ooh, see, across all... If it was 4, it'd be easy, but it's from all of them. So, I played 2. I played 4 and 5. I haven't played 3. Though, if I played 3, I probably would have just said Aegis, because I like her. She's cute. But for the best girl in the entire series... fuck, that's really hard. Like, I have 2, like, favorites. It's either gotta be Naoto from Persona 4. She's really awesome. Or Takemi from 5. That's the nurse. I'm gonna go and say Naoto, just because she's a party member and is like really, really like cool and way more useful than Takemi. Takemi's like cool and all, but she's not a party member, so she's just gonna be like a merchant. A super useful one, but a super useful merchant's not gonna be nearly as super useful as a super useful party member. Well,
now
super useful in finger quotes. She is golden.
The correct answer is the teacher from Persona 5. Every other answer is basically useless garbage. The teacher is the only correct answer, Alex. I'm very disappointed that you did not know. You've played Persona 5. You should have been able to focus in on this shit like a laser and be like, yes, objectively correct answer.
Well, the thing is that I wanted to like her too, because I thought that idea was super, super hot. But Kawakami is like really, really, really boring. Like, holy shit. That was so boring. Oh my god, her entire fucking, like, social link was putting me to fucking sleep. Like, ooh, wow, don't care, as I'm going through it. None of it was interesting. None of it was really funny. None of it was really engaging. It was just there. Like it was really, really funny at, like, the first level, when she first gets there and just like, "Nani? My teacher is a maid?" Question mark. And then just like nothing happens for like 3 levels. Then it's like, oh shit, she owes someone money. And then it's like, okay, we fixed it. And then it's lame. She's just so lame. She's a great idea, lame execution. That's why she's not the best girl.
I don't know. I've never even played a Persona game, so I don't know.
Filthy
Once I play one of
secondary.
them, I'll be able to figure it out. Fuck you. This next question is from Max Pitchkites. Will there ever be an episode of Let Me Tell You About where Homestuck is never mentioned? You tell me. The next question here from Pigeon Master. Have you guys played Nier? And if so, what did you think of it? And I've never played Nier, but I've seen little bits and pieces of like the million different endings, and Nier Automata looks kind of fun. I'll probably play that at some point, but I haven't gotten.
Isn't Nier
I
the
haven't
game
gotten
you
my
play as a
grubby
guy
hands.
who's like, isn't the guy from Nier like a fucking hermaphrodite or something?
I don't know.
I know like nothing about this game. I just remember hearing that like once. And I know like from the first Nier game, there was this big translation issue where it's like, okay, so the story of Nier is like this dad who I guess is a hermaphrodite question mark and has his daughter, right? But I don't remember the exact version, so someone correct me, a bigger Nier fan, because I've only heard about this, I never played it. But it's, in one version of the game, the girl is like your sister, and another version, she's your daughter. So like, that's a real big difference in context for how things work. And it's like a huge issue. And then for Nier Automata, I've seen lots of people talk about that. Majority of it is just people wanting to fuck 2B a lot. But I like the whole world setup of Automata. How it's like humans are gone and everything there is just robots. So like all the citizens are those little like weird box robots and shit. And then there's like androids and stuff. Like it's super cool. But no, I've never actually played it myself. It just looks kind of interesting. So next question, I guess.
This is from Stupid Geeks. Looking back, what is one meme you wish would return to relevance, and one meme you wish had never existed in the first place?
Oh, I got one for that real quick. Okay, so meme that I wish never ever became a thing. That stupid fucking Fist of the North Star meme that's going around. Where it's like, "Nani?" and then fucking just a really, really loud ass fucking sound in my ear. I hate that one. That one's not funny. That one pisses me off because it's so unfunny but so popular. Also, I'm going to admit it, Tad. I'm going to be that guy. I never liked the Crash Bandicoot Woe meme. I never thought it was
Whoa.
funny. I didn't care. Like I thought it was like, yeah, it's kind of cute, but I have no idea why it became so big. I figured it would just be used as like a reaction image or something, or like using the sound bite, to be Crash. I don't know why it had to blow up so much. I was just like, dog bark. I was just like, wow, what the fuck is wrong with people? This isn't really funny.
Alex, I think you mean you were like, whoa!
Wow! No, fuck you. Fucking a meme that I wish would come back that I liked. I actually liked We Are Number One. I thought that one was actually pretty harmless. That one was nice, and it made people like have to be creative with stuff. It like nothing about all the We Are Number One videos that I saw anyway felt really lazy. Like the Nani ones piss me off. The Woe ones, there's at least effort in there, but I don't like them. But We Are Number Ones never made me mad. So what about you? What do you got?
Because like current meme levels are pretty good. Like I really enjoy. I enjoy Gondola. Gondola is my favorite current meme. The Virgin X versus the Chad Y is starting to die out, but I enjoy that one a lot.
That one's godlike.
Bane posting has consistently been really, really funny, and I don't know why that's still so funny. If I had to bring one meme back, memes kind of operate in cycles. Where a meme will be popular for a while, and then it'll die out, it'll be popular, and it'll die out. So it's hard for me to say which meme I would like to see, because when a meme dies, it's usually like, okay, it's done now. Like if I wouldn't be like, oh man, I hope Harambe memes come back, because the joke gets old now. So
Yeah.
There's no meme that I can think of that I really wish came back. But fucking, well, okay, no, there is one that I kind of wish does come back, and that is there was a picture of Dr. Eggman in a Sonic the cartoon, like the Saturday, like the action one, that was a connect the dots, and someone connected and made a real fucked up looking head. And people kept drawing that as different video game characters. I did enjoy that. That was really funny. But one meme I wish never fucking existed, and I hate it so goddamn much, is the like an image and then in asterisks like don't worry, unsheath katana, I'll handle near automata, and it's like Splatoon 2 or something. It's so God, I hate that. And now that the dust has settled, fuck off. I hate that
now
shit.
Now the dust has settled. What did she mean by this? This is
what did they mean by this? It's still really funny to me.
Oh no, I love that one. That one I get a lot of use of. I hope that one never dies. This is X character picture of anime girl. Say something nice about her.
That meme can fuck off. That's okay. If I had to choose one, that one. I'm really no. Okay. No. Disregard that. The most annoying goddamn meme on the planet is saying like, I want X to Y, or X is my Y, in like fractured English.
I want anime character to step on my face.
Yeah, like that shit. God, that shit is annoying. But that's my opinion. Of course, correct. But so
next
question here. This is from Motion. What's a ripoff that's better than the original?
Ooh.
I know something that's better, the ripoff that's better than the original, and that is Dr. Thunder is most of the time better than normal Dr. Pepper.
All right,
the fucking like Walmart ass brand fucking Dr. Pepper is better than the brand name sometimes, usually, unless it's cherry Dr. Pepper, in which case, yeah, crack that shit open, fucking inject it into my fucking spinal column.
For me. Did he specifically say video games? Because I can't think of a video game. But
no,
I can
just any rip-off that's better than the original.
Okay, then I'll take a cop-out answer like you. Great Value, aka the Walmart brand of Parmesan cheese, is better than the Kraft brand by a lot.
I mean, I guess you would know. You eat nothing but Parmesan cheese, pepperoni.
Yeah, I'm the
pizzas.
expert. I put it all over my spaghetti, put it all over my pizza. That's like all I eat.
How are you alive? But we got the penultimate question here. This is from Flower. If you could pick a game to never have existed, which game would you pick? And honestly, for me, once again, I'm going to go with Hive Swap. Because if Hive Swap never existed, the fucking... Like, if that Kickstarter never happened, then Homestuck would have went on as normal, ended. My life would have been way better.
Let's see. A game that I would like to have never existed. Let's see here. I could do a shitty one, say like Star Fox Command, because that fucked up a lot of things for Star Fox. I could say I would have never liked League of Legends to exist, because it created the esports community that's been plaguing us for years now. Almost a full decade.
And it's also not very fun.
I'm gonna go with a game that I never wanted to exist that ruined everything. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say Star Fox Command. And for reasons, please go see the Star Fox episode.
No, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to go back to Jaden's question earlier about the cringiest thing I've ever seen. And it is really hard to try and just think of one moment of like, oh man, that was really weird. Fuck. Because I've been trying to think, every time that you've been answering the question, I've been trying to think of a good example.
What about that one guy who pretended to have a friend on Homestuck General?
Oh, Captain Aaron and Alex, that's the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Because
got you covered.
Actually, no, I just remembered something even cringier. There was a guy on an old forum that I used to go on who pretended to be a 3-year-old and pretended to have a younger brother, and he would manage both of their accounts and carry on conversations in threads. And he would do this for about 5 years.
Did he stay 3 the whole time, or did he actually age as his character?
He stayed 3, and his brother stayed 2. It made me very uncomfortable because I did not. Because I'm like, this dude's probably like 28, so get me the fuck out of here. But
Let's
can you think of
see.
any? Did you manage to think of any cringy shit that you remember?
Any cringy shit that I can
Because
remember.
there was Captain Aaron, and honestly, I don't remember if we ever actually talked about what his situation was that
No,
made
but
that so funny.
I mean, hey, we'll save it for the Homestuck episode that is eventually coming. If I could think of something that was cringy, well, there's him. He's really nuts, and there's the people I've met in like the Starbucks episode in the online forums. There's that one guy I had that waifu argument with, which is pretty fucking bad when you think about it. I think something that was just utterly cringy that I've seen or I've personally known. It would probably be hmm. Easy, easy, easy. Oh man, Tad. Fucking why haven't I thought of this before? Tindeck.com as a whole. Every single submission under the Homestuck and, more recently, Undertale categories are really, really bad.
Yeah,
Like, I think Broadway Stuck is the pinnacle. See, Homestuck audio porn's bad, but Broadway Stuck has, like, a little bit more effort put into it, which makes it sadder to me.
that's a solid choice. Broadway Stuck is a disgusting blight, and I hate it every time I see it. It's so dumb. But let's go ahead and let's move on to the final question here from Callie Tabs. Since the Star Fox episode came out, when will we get the Homestuck episode? And you'll get it in about 7 days. You will get it the first of multiple Homestuck episodes in 7 days. Let me clarify.
Yeah, 7 days, 14 days later.
It's 12 years later. But let's go ahead and do the shout outs here. I want to give a shout out to Lavender Sheepy, April, London, Jaron, Jonah, Dunsmore, Lors the Ninth, Craven Nostravi, which is a fucking sick name, Big Platypus, No Two Hands, and Alba. And so this was actually a fun episode. We had a lot of questions. I skipped over a few. There was about 23 questions that got submitted. And there was a few that were just like not questions or were really, really bad questions that we couldn't really turn into something fun. So always keep that in mind when you guys do submit the questions. That we won't answer them if they're just like if it's an actual question, we'll do our best to try and answer it in a funny, whoa wacky way. But that'll do it for this month's Patreon. We'll have the bonus one. We'll have the guest boys coming up relatively soon. I'm just putting the final touches on that now, but that'll come out in just a few days. So once again, I want to thank all the Patreon people for their support, so we can afford all this wacky stuff. And till next month.
Great ending.